What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to do a revisit on the topic that I talked about in 2018, and that was alpha females being the future. So this video is going to be alpha females being the future revisit 2019. So we're soon entering 2020. So let's revisit this topic a little bit. So I started to look at this 2016. That was when I already started to see, well, this movement is kind of growing, and alpha females, like I already saw it in 2016, that, well, they are starting to become a little bit more assertive, a lot, and I always felt like already 2016, 2017 is like, this can be something really, really amazing. Like if you keep kind of supported in many ways, we can sort of see something really, really exciting happen. And now I started to see we're going soon into 2020, and I already see sort of like the beauty of sort of starting to have this layer down. And as I did a video on YouTube 2018 last year, I talked about it, alpha females being the future. I sort of want to stay consistent to that because I still sort of think that that is kind of the future. Now, what I think is going to happen is I think alpha females in many ways is going to lead the way, but then others are going to follow along. But I think they are going to lead the way by being assertive, by being alpha, and then everyone else is going to follow along because I think they want it also. I think they want the way I look at the internet, they want to have like a larger responsible role. In many ways, I sort of see it like many want to have a more responsible role. That is what I see, and it's amazing. It's amazing, this new technology, high-end smartphones, the access to the whole world, and having all these connections. It's really amazing when people are and when people can travel around. In many ways, it's amazing to sort of see people starting to sort of network. They're starting to look at new technology, and for example, Apex released a new app. It's like Instagram but like better with a token. Apex, they just released an update. It's great. It's amazing to see like this tokenization and people sort of working together in a way different way than sort of how people sort of worked in the past. So let's revisit this topic. So what I'm seeing 2019, so we're soon going into 2020, and something that I'm very, very happy to see is way more alpha females doing videos and being very, very committed to it. That's amazing to see. Way more committed than sort of what I saw in 2018, and I think this inspires people. It inspires people to sort of it inspires everyone to sort of do more, to stay consistent, to sort of be better. So yes, alpha females are leading the way, I would say. Others are coming along. Others are coming along eventually, and that is also sort of what I am seeing. And so it's really amazing to, or it's really fun to like revisit this topic because, for example, when I'm using Instagram, I sort of imagine it as, imagine if all these people already had a token, and I think that would be amazing. I think it would be somewhat of a utopian future because the level of intelligence, I would say, on alpha females, they have a special ability to use more perception, and this is probably something that has to do with history, that they sort of more observe the world and let their thinking part be a little bit more passive and spend more time be in their body and sort of observe the world, perceive the world, and sort of try to see how they can like expand love in a more global way. And I think that I think they're really on to this utopian idea. So it may sound like super utopian, it may sound like it's never going to happen, this utopian idea, but I sort of think that alpha females, in a way, sort of understand in a way that it probably is going to happen in the way where where. So I talked to my mom today a little bit, and she couldn't grasp this concept. So I was talking a little bit about, well, she likes to make tea, and she likes to use the microwave for that. And I told her, well, we can sort of have a robot that sort of makes the tea. You can just click on your smartphone and use it as a remote control to tell the robot to make tea. And then she said, well, how is a robot gonna go over the whole room, and it needs to pick up water, it needs to do all these things? But I said, well, in the future, it's probably gonna be way more efficient. You're just gonna have everything closer, and you are just gonna have it more resource efficient. Like maybe the water is very, very close to the microwave, and just because the microwave is being used a lot, it probably should be very, very close. So it's like at the moment right now, it can be very, very, it can sound super strange to like explain to your parents this kind of AI and robot age that's coming. In a way, they're sort of getting it. In a way, they don't really get it because they're not really grown up with this like digital generation. But then again, they're gonna see it the next 5 to 10 years when this starts to get rolled out. They're gonna see how well this is way better. Just as when muscle got replaced by robots, now we're having the same thing, but where our human mind, like thinking brain, is going to replace by artificial intelligence, and it's just going to do everything faster. So, and then my mom said, well, what am I going to do then? And I said, whatever it is you want to do, like you can actually do what you want to do. Like if the robots are doing stuff, you are on a holiday. Like you can do what you actually want to do. You don't have to do these basic things. Same as back in the days when muscle people, they didn't have to carry stuff. They still wanted to carry stuff, and we said like, wait a sec, we can have these robots carry stuff. You don't have to carry it, and then you can just go and do something else. And then they started to do some mind tasks, and now we're saying, well, you don't have to do the mind tasks so much anymore. We can have a robot do that instead. And then they're saying, well, what am I gonna do? And then we're saying, well, whatever it is you want to do, you can go and do that. Because these robots can make value. Tokenized systems, they just need more computing power, and that is amazing. That's amazing to see. So it's a little bit hard for many people to sort of grasp these concepts. And now I sort of started lost, like where I started this like sentence on, but we were talking about alpha females being the future. And yes, I'm seeing it. They are really, really brave, really, really high courage, and they're sort of leading this way in many ways, I would say, with the blockchain stuff. And yes, people sort of working together. We have geeks and we have the alphas, and it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool, and most people are not really seeing. Most people are not really seeing. Most people are not really seeing how this is really going to be a paradigm shift. But I would say that a lot of females sort of understand it in some ways because they have sort of seen in many ways the benefits of Instagram, but they've also seen that Instagram has been kind of it's been kind of like a joke compared to a real like blockchain based system with reputation, a real proof of brain. That's gonna be like 10x or like 30x Instagram in capability. It's gonna be so much better, and many know it already, I think, because many people are already starting to use Instagram to sort of educate themselves, and they sort of, I think, in many ways, they're sort of starting to prepare a little bit for. They sort of using, in many ways, they can use sort of Instagram as like a school, and they're starting to use it more as a that. I would say into 2019 compared to maybe 2016. They sort of looked at it more as, well, this is just for entertainment. This is just to do some side stuff. But as stuff is getting morphed together, the idea of a job, like when you can make like tokens and you can make value from the phone, we have proof of brain. It's like, okay, this is more resource efficient. I just have to use proof of brain. I just have to perceive a little bit more, and then I can do a lot of stuff from my phone, and it's just easier and better. And that 2016, it was more far away, kind of that concept and kind of that idea. That idea started to pop up into my head around 2018 when I got exposed to these new technologies. And I want to see this kind of journey follow along. So what I've seen in 2019, so soon stepping into 2020, is way more alpha females starting to do sort of video, and it's very exciting. Like, it's very, very cool because they they really enjoy sort of doing it. And that was my sort of vision 2018. I sort of wanted to see more people sort of do vlogs, normalize it more. Still, for myself, it felt kind of weird to do vlogs 2018. And now it just feels like normal. And that's exactly how I want it. And that's exactly how I want other people also to feel, like they can share, and they can become more assertive, more open-minded, more inclusive. And that's sort of what I'm seeing. And it's really nice to see this moving into 2020s. I can only see more win, more win, more win. And it's really amazing with just the testnet on the Avalon blockchain to sort of see how that's going, and how it just makes it better for the content creators, especially for video creators, to deliver their messages. Yeah, experiment with proof of brain token systems, and just getting to the point faster and getting to the value faster, and finding other people that are equally as committed. So that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. So it looks amazing, and yeah, have a great day, YouTube.